That's awesome. Okay. You mentioned the PIP program. Could you explain that a little bit more if you don't mind? Sure, yeah. That's the Parent Infant Program. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, they had that program in Utah where we were living at the time. And so they would send someone out once a week that could teach ASL and then, help us to learn how the language worked and how best to communicate with our kids, and not be afraid to use language. So they would use stories and pictures and, the vocabulary that we needed, and then help us to learn how to model the language for my daughters because, they don't have exposure to any other language. Their main exposure is ASL. And so modeling it for them so that they could then pick it up quickly. Okay, gotcha. Thank you so much for that. I wasn't familiar with that program. Scott, Dad, would you like to add anything? So yeah, when I met Lisa, she saw me signing and we met and we started dating and we developed a relationship through sign language. And so when we found out that our daughter was deaf, that kind of opened an opportunity for us to be able to learn, how to raise a deaf daughter. And oftentimes I kind of compare my life growing up with now my daughter, her life as she grows, and it's so different. I mean, back in the day, it was really rough for deaf people. We were oral, sign language was not allowed. It was, compared to nowadays, there are so many more options to be able to help and provide ASL and communication for deaf children rather than purely oralism. We're able to interact a lot better, and that's so important.
So for Mom, how did you learn ASL?
I did not learn. She started learning ASL when she went to college. And so then I wasn't around her much. I took ASL classes, but I just have never been able to pick up ASL. She lip reads very well, so I speak to her and I still use a lot of my old C signs because that's what I learned. But I'm all for ASL. It's been wonderful for her, but I have not been successful in learning ASL.
So why is ASL important for your life? So Mom?
Well, it's important for my life because of what it does for her. I just have seen such a difference. I always compare her with her older sister, who's never really learned sign language. Back when she was a young girl, when she was in high school, she used to say, "I'm not one of them," because she didn't sign. Her hearing loss was not visible, but she never fit in anywhere. But I've seen such a difference in Stephanie because she fits in, she belongs, she has her own community, her own language. It's been wonderful.
We worked with a program called the Shared Reading Program of Colorado through CSDB, which is the Colorado School for the Deaf and Blind. And we had a deaf mentor visit us every week and teach us ASL, read us books, and basically just helped us learn ASL as a family. So that's been nice. And then I'd say that went on for about a year and a half. And then we made the decision to move here to Idaho. And once we moved here, same thing. We sought out the Deaf Mentor Program through IESDB. And we do currently work with an amazing deaf mentor here who has loads of knowledge and has just been a great support as we learn and grow as a family.